Well, happy Thursday, Grace Life friends and family. I've been looking forward to bringing you this update as we've come out of our first Sunday back together with an in-gathering worship opportunity. Now, this coming Sunday is going to look a lot like this past Sunday. It was a great success for us, actually. We were almost at capacity in our 9 o'clock service and only had a few seats left for our 11 o'clock worship service. So, as you prepare for this coming Sunday, just like last week, we need you to pre-register your attendance at either 9 o'clock or 11. Now, please note, we're not doing that because the government wants us to track you or because we're trying to track you in any way. That just helps us be prepared for when you arrive. That helps our ushers know how to best manage the seating here in the great room in light of the social distancing requirement. So please go ahead and register at our website for either the 9 o'clock or the 11 o'clock service. Again, we'll have masks for you if you do not have a mask, and there are some exemptions for that. Please check the government website so you'll know if you don't have to wear a mask when you gather with us for worship on Sunday. Now, there will still be the 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock live stream opportunity if you need to stay at home, and I hope you will join us there if you're not able to gather together with us. So this coming Sunday, if you don't mind, plan to arrive about 15 or 20 minutes early, and the ushers will have plenty of time to get you to your seats. I'm hoping this coming Sunday to bring to a conclusion the sermon series that I've called Finding Peace in the Midst of Panic. And on this last message, we're going to be back in the book of 1 Kings in chapter 20. As you know, in the lives of God's people in the Old Testament, sometimes they went from battle to battle. Sometimes they won and sometimes they lost. But in every case, God always had a lesson for them or a blessing to give them in the midst of the battle. And so this Sunday, we're going to be talking about blessings that come from the battlefield. On this particular occasion, the army of Syria had come up against the army of Israel. In fact, the Syrian army had been defeated, and they were coming back a second time, and they made a very grave mistake. They believed that the God of the Israelites could win the battle on the mountaintop, but not in the valley. And so they assumed if they came against Israel in the valley, that they would be victorious. Well, God assured his people that they needed to go out ready for battle in the valley, and they needed to understand that he was just as powerful in the valley as he was on the mountain. And so they went out and gathered for battle. And it's interesting, the scripture says that the Syrian army covered the hillsides, and the armies of Israel looked like two small flocks of goats going up against them. But God was faithful. God gave them the victory, and they learned, as we have to learn sometimes, that little is much when God is in it. And there's a wrong assumption that we can make sometimes even as believers, and that is that our God will be faithful to us in the good times, but maybe not so much in the bad times. And that's a bad assumption to make. That's a wrong idea about who our God is. So I'm looking forward to being with you again Sunday, to seeing you either here in person or via live stream, and learning together some of the blessings that God gives us when we are on the battlefield. I hope you'll join me. Please keep praying for us, your staff, and our leaders here at Grace Life in the upcoming decisions that we have to make. We're hoping in the days ahead that we'll have an opportunity to provide child care here during our services, and maybe even an opportunity to begin some life groups in the very near future. So you stay tuned. Please keep us in your prayers as we will do for you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again this Sunday. God bless you.